What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie and it is the weekend, so let's fucking celebrate. Woohoo! Beer time. Today we're doing CD pickups. I brought a lot of CDs today. I brought a shitload of CDs. So it's going to be a very fun video. I only have brought some bands I have explored this year actually. We got a big collection to get through. So first of all, what finally came was the metal box. The Metalhead box finally came. So we got a CD called Spectral Voice. This is a demo version. A new shirt, Blood Incantation. The back. Blood Incantation are a death metal band and their amazing album Hidden Species of the Human Race was absolutely incredible album back in 2019. Pretty cool shirt, neat. Happy holidays. Thank you for subscribing. So that was the Metalhead box. How's that? A pretty quick fucking video. So now let's get on with the CDs I brought. First up is Grom Behemoth. This album, so this is a rare album, really rare album to get, especially on CD format, but listening to this on CD, it's a whole different ball game compared to YouTube. Absolutely adore this album. Amazing songs like The Dark Forest, Spellcraft and Heavendom, along with Lazy Pomosa, and then you got the self-titled track Grom. It's so good. This was Behemoth's sophomore album. A lot of people don't really care about this era of Behemoth. And people should, because this is a great fucking solid album. Believe it or not, Grom could be my favorite album by Behemoth now. I absolutely love it. And listening to this on CD as well, the audio is absolutely fantastic. Very different to the YouTube version. Next up is, finally got Rush, Caress of Steel. This album's fantastic, it really is. People shit on this album, I don't know why. Because each song is a fucking banger. Bastille Day, I Think I'm Going Bold, Lakeside Park, The Necromancer, that 12-minute song, and then you finally got The Fountain of Lament. This was a game changer for Rush, it really was. And a lot of people don't really like this album, which I don't understand why, because this album's fucking solid, so pull your head out of your asses. Next up is Behemoth, Evangelion, whatever you want to call it. I finally got this album, and you know what? I am not, and holy shit, this came undone. No, what's going on here? But yeah, 2 discs, special edition. 2 discs, special edition, fucking solid album. My favorite Behemoth album of all time. Along with Grom and then the Satanist. Yeah, the Grom's second now. Second on my Behemoth ranking. Absolutely love Evangelion. So next up is also one of my favorite bands. It's Flesh God Apocalypse and their album Veleno. Solid album this is. Absolutely adore it. I love how heavy and gritty, but yet it's got those symphonic elements. You got amazing, amazing songs like Fury. Then you got Sugar, Push, Push, Push. Along Worship and Forget. Pissing on the Score. And it's a special edition as well, so there is indeed a Blu-ray edition of a concert, An Evening in Pergia. Fantastic solid band, I absolutely adore Flesh God Apocalypse. I'm so glad I got Veleno now. Next up is Opeth Time and it's Sorceress. I really enjoy this album, I do, I love all these songs on this album. This is a pretty underrated album by Opeth. What is a little bit disappointing is zero production on Opeth Sorceress. But you know what, get amazing songs like The Wildflowers, Sorceress, along Willow the Wisp, how heavy that song is. But yeah, and then you also got Era. I don't think this is the special edition, but yeah, I'm pretty glad I got Sorceress by Opeth. Next up is Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier. Yeah, it's an average album by Iron Maiden, it really is. I'm gonna have another beer. Oh, God, that beer's nice. Average album. To me, it's their weakest album, but I still fucking enjoy it. Mother of Mercy, Coming Home, The Alchemist, and then you got The Man Who Would Be King, and finally When the Wild Wind Blows. What an amazing song, that melody is incredible. Yeah, Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier I finally got. Got some more Maiden for ya. It's Iron Maiden, A Matter of Life and Death. This is one of my favourite albums by Iron Maiden. Absolutely adore it. Love the war theme. Some incredible songs like The Different World, These Colours Don't Run, Brighter Than a Thousand Suns. Then you got Out of the Shadows, The Reincarnation of Benjamin Brigg, one of my favourite songs by Iron Maiden. And then you got The Lord of Light, which Quest for Metal doesn't like that song. He absolutely hates that song. I love it. And The Legacy. So, really proggy sort of album by Iron Maiden, but it's a solid album. Next up is some Paradise Lost. This is my first Paradise Lost CD I bought, and I'm willing to collect all of them. It's Paradise Lost Obsidian. This is indeed my favourite Paradise Lost album. This was released last year. Finally got Obsidian. Yeah, some amazing songs like The Ravengast. Then you got The Foolish Trust, The Devil Embrace. I heard this when I was driving the taxi today, and sound-wise, it sounds fucking fantastic. It really does. Love the really nice spatial audio, and it's really great. You got Darker Thoughts, Fall from Grace, and this album combines all this sound within one album. That's what I love about Paradise Lost Obsidian. Next up, we got some Testament, Brotherhood of the Snake. Yeah, pretty solid album. I'm actually glad I got this album. I am collecting some Testament. Beautiful art cover. I love the presentation of this CD. Brotherhood of the Snake, The Pale King, Seven Seals, Centuries of Suffering. Some really solid fucking songs on this album. Although it's not their best album, I do have their best album. One of their best albums in this collection, and you'll find out soon. Next up is my first Alcest CD. It's Alcest Spiritual Instinct. Solid album by Alcest, but it's not the best. I really want Kadama and Escaladune, or whatever you want to call it. But this is a pretty solid album. Got Protection, Sapphire. Pretty cool album by Alcest. This was released back in 2019. Finally, got some Megadeth for ya. Yes, I've recently gotten into Megadeth, and I think they are a solid band. I did order Countdown to Extinction, which is coming in the mail, but today I got Megadeth Cryptic Writings. Yeah, I'm going to be brutally honest that I haven't even heard this album, but I had to get it because it was actually there. And Cryptic Writings, I'm excited to check it out. Really am. Honestly, there's about 12 tracks. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking this album out. We got Testament next again. And we got one of the best albums. And Dave Lombardo's on this album. We got The Gathering. Gathering incorporating elements of death metal along with thrash metal. Thrash and death. It's so damn good, this album. This is a step up from their previous album, Demonic, and we got The Gathering. So many great guitar solos. Chuck Billy's vocals are absolutely fucking incredible. You got Do Not Resuscitate, Down for Life, Eyes of Wrath. I just love how this album is split within the death metal section, then you got the thrash metal section. So damn good. Love this album. Next up, we got some Iron Maiden. Yes, this is their debut album with Paul Di'Anno. Holy shit, I'm so glad I got this album finally. Finally got this album. Great songs like Prowler, Sanctuary, Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, Phantom of the Opera, classic songs, and plus you got the self-titled track Iron Maiden. How fun is that song? But yeah, finally got some Iron fucking Maiden and their debut album. More beer, please. Yes, thank you. Well, my first Insomnium CD, it is Heart Like a Grave. Heart Like a Grave is such a fantastic album. This was released back in 2019, and if I did get Insomnium back in 2019, I would have had this as my top 5 albums of 2019 in my opinion. It's such an awesome album, it really is. It's much more doomier. Valediction's incredible. Neverlast, Pale Morning Star. You got the instrumental Corellia. Just incredible songs on this album. Absolutely love how doomy. It's melodic death. But yeah, Insomnia and Heart Like a Grave is such a fantastic album. And we got Zach D Productions, who just casually sells all his fucking Insomnium CDs. Yeah. But anyway, Insomnia and Heart Like a Grave, I got. finally is another Megadeth album, and we're talking about Dystopia. Hello, this is a great fucking album. I heard this week and I thought this was a solid album by Megadeth. Threat is Real, Dystopia, Fatal Illusion. Then you got Post-American World. Poisonous Shadows is one of my favourite songs off this album. I really do enjoy it. I love how there's like the Sydney Harbour Bridge in the cover as well, which is cool. And to be honest, it's dystopian world, of course, and it just reminds me of the Astonishing cover. It's such an awesome album, this is. It's one of my favourite albums by Megadeth at the moment. Yes, I've heard most of Megadeth albums. That was all the CDs I bought, quite a lot. Let's go by order. We got Megadeth Dystopia, we got Insomnia Heart Like a Grave, we got Iron Maiden, the debut album, and we got Testament, The Gathering, Megadeth Cryptic Writings. Looking forward to hearing that. Alcest Spiritual Instinct. Testament, Brotherhood of the Snake. Paradise Lost, Obsidian. Iron Maiden, A Matter of Life and Death. Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier. Opeth, Sorceress. Flesh God Apocalypse, Velino. Behemoth, Evangelion. Rush, Caress of Steel. And finally, Behemoth, Grom. So guys, that's all for the CD pickups for this week. Hope you did enjoy it. I don't know when the next CD pickup will be, because I usually buy loads of CDs in one go. But you know what? I'm starting to build a really big collection of CDs. Oh, I still need to buy my first Metallica album, to be honest. Or finally got some Megadeth. But I do have a few Slayer albums in the collection as well. Comment below if you want to see the entire CD collection one day. And also comment below your CD pickups for this week as well. And let me know whether you like these albums or not. So, yes. Album reviews will return tomorrow in a special bite-sized edition. We got a few bite-sized albums. We got a full album review for one album. So join me tomorrow for some album reviews for new albums this week. And I will see you in the next one. Alright, let's go. Oh. Woo! So good.